Hi, this is Sandra, and I have the third unit in the Math for Fun activity series ready, and I wanted to come on and give you guys a brief glimpse into what's coming up this month. So this month our focus will be on statistics and graphs. So before I dive into this one, let me just remind you, last month we did a complete unit on math art, and the month before that we did geometry. I'll be releasing a new unit every month for at least 10 months, and I wanted to show you what we're going to be focusing on this month. So each one of these units is built around 24 bite-sized activities. You can do one a day throughout the month. The activities are designed to take 1 to about 10 minutes at the most, and they go through a wide range of fundamental math concepts, but in a fun way. So in this statistics and graphs unit, every single activity is differentiated. So for every activity, you'll see 2 parts to it. And I'll show you a close-up on the screen in just a moment here. But every part will have an intro that's easy for younger kids to do, and then a more challenging problem on the same exact topic for older kids to do. So some of the ones for younger kids will have data already presented for them, and for the older kids, they'll be collecting their own data. So here is the actual unit. This is the statistics unit, the third one in the Math for Fun activity series. And these are all designed to be fun, fast, 1 to 10 minutes each, real world, hands-on activities, and differentiated. So as I pointed out, every activity has 2 levels that kids can participate in it at. So some of these are good for 4 to 5-year-olds, and some are good for all the way up through middle, possibly even high school level students. So here's a glance at what some of this looks like. Every single activity, there's 24 of these, is split into 2 parts, so kids can self-select, or you can choose for them whether to do the simpler version or the more complex version. You can adapt it as you go. And then as they go through, there's a bingo board provided at the end where they can check off the activities they've done. With this particular unit, it would make a little more sense to go in order through it, but you can feel free to skip some of them if the kids want to. So we start off with bar graphs. We get into pictographs, pie charts, comparing quarters and halves, Venn diagrams, collecting some of your own data, doing scatter plots, drawing straight lines, talking about mean, median, and mode. We have stem and leaf plots, averages, and then, so that covers all of those topics. And then this activity is split. So at this point, kids will start collecting their own data, following specific instructions, and then they'll review all of those with their own data. And again, everything is split into 2 levels of difficulty. So they'll collect their own data, make their own graphs, again, talk about different kinds of averages, do scatter plots, and then we end with some pretty high-level pre-algebra, algebra stuff. So there's your run-through glance at what the whole set looks like. This is the bingo board, so they can go through and mark off as they go. And then there's several different versions of this, just so if you have multiple kids doing the same unit, they can do their bingo board at different times and have a chance to be winners at different times. You can also fill in your own bingo boards if you want to use this with an entire classroom and have everybody have their own board. And then each one of these activity units ends with a reward that the kids can do for completing their bingo board, or just to spice up the math and bring in something a little bit different. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this unit. I have pre-recorded already 4 or 5 different mini lessons to go along with this. So about once a week, I'll be releasing a new mini tutorial video. So stay tuned for that. If you guys have any questions, drop a link below. And I really look forward to working through this with you guys this coming month.